Hey everyone, my name is Sean Smith and I am here to teach you 4 steps to rapidly increase your Amazon PPC and AMS sales by between $10,000 and $150,000 per month. So who is this for? This is for Amazon businesses, private label or wholesale doing between $25,000 and $3.5 million per month. This is also for sellers who are using Campaign Manager to create campaigns, add keywords, and change bids. It's for sellers not spending time growing their headline search ads and product display ads. It's for agency owners and consultants looking for more automated management solutions to provide better PPC and AMS results for their clients. And finally, it's for Amazon sellers without scalable, predictable, and or measurable PPC and AMS systems. So that's who this video is for. And in the next 15 minutes, we are going to cover 4 Amazon PPC AMS transformations that need to happen if you want to increase your sales by between $10,000 and $150,000 per month while controlling your ACOS. So who am I? My name is Sean Smith. I'm an Amazon PPC and AMS expert. I created PPC AMS Accelerator, a PPC AMS training program with Taylor Bentred of Better AMS. So Taylor runs an AMS only agency and him and I came together. I built the PPC portion and he built the AMS portion of our course, of our PPC AMS course. And now we're teaching Amazon sellers how to scale their PPC and AMS sales while controlling their ACOS. I'm also the founder of Jungle Hustle, an agency that has generated more than $23 million in Amazon PPC sales for my clients. And I feel so lucky because I've been able to speak in Hong Kong at Global Sources Summit, Prosper Show, Las Vegas, a few other places. I've also been on podcasts and I've been lucky enough to be able to speak on the topic of Amazon PPC, which has just been amazing. And I'm not just some guru claiming to be the best. Results speak for themselves, and I'm going to show you some results because I live for getting results for others because I wouldn't want anything less for myself, my friends, and my family. So let's dive right in. So here is a private label Amazon seller that does $400,000 per month. She is in our PPC AMS course, and this is a comment that she put. So we have a private Facebook group with only only Amazon businesses, consultants, and agencies in the training program. It's a closed group, and she commented on a post. She said, "BTW, Sean, self-cerebro keyword expansion is a gold mine. Thank you for teaching us that. We got it set up for 10 days now. It brought in 20K sales already. I actually talked to her yesterday. It's been 14 days and it brought in 28K sales already in PPC sales. Together with SP suggested and crusher campaigns, these are methods that we teach, like PPC methods. We get 70% more PPC sales with 30% ACOS. We are thrilled. Thank you. Thank you." Now, when I saw this comment, man, I got butterflies in my stomach. I showed my wife. I got, goosebumps. I was just so excited because I'm able to see that what my course is getting actual tangible results for people, which is what I live for. So this is amazing. We got another one coming up. So this is an Amazon seller, actually the first person to join the course. Amazon sales were stalled at $25K per month. Now this is overall sales. This isn't just PPC sales, overall sales. So Amazon sales stalled at $25,000 per month, and she went from $25,000 per month to $80,000 per month with one Amazon PPC strategy we taught her. So basically what happened was we taught her one Amazon PPC strategy. She doubled her PPC sales at the same ACOS. But what happened was, since she was bidding on these new keywords and getting conversions for these new keywords, she started getting this organic sales skyrocketed. So she went from 25K to 80K a month because she was getting PPC sales for keywords that she wasn't previously bidding on, and it increased her organic visibility, which was amazing. And this is a text from her when she hit 60K in the last 30 days. She said, "Made it to my Q3 goal. Thanks to you." I said, "That's hilarious. Remember when I told you I would get you to 60K in no time, LOL. It's amazing. This is when she hit 60K. it was just, it's like a rush, man. Getting results for people is like, it's like a adrenaline rush. It's so amazing. And then we've got one more. This is a private label seller in our course that does $1.7 million per month. And I'm not going to read the whole one. I'm just going to read the sentence where he got the results. So you can thank Sean Smith for the introducing me to bulk uploads for the delay. Got a couple of typos here. Needless to say, I'm a huge bulk upload fan now. So I talked to him a few weeks back, and he said that he was spending like 4 hours a week cutting bleeding keywords, and we took him from 4 hours to 30 minutes a week. And he said just learning the bulk operations, the methods that we taught him with our bulk operations saved him hours. And he said that single thing was worth the price of the training program. So that was amazing as well. So now let's go over the 4 transformations that need to happen in your Amazon PPC and AMS sales if you want to increase your sales by between 10 and 150K while controlling that ACOS. So let's hop into number 1. So number 1, you must stop using Campaign Manager. The number 1 biggest waste of time sellers make when managing their PPC is using Campaign Manager for launching campaigns, managing bids, and adding keywords. This also applies to PPC managers, consultants, agencies, anybody using Campaign Manager to manage their Amazon PPC or AMS. And the reason is because when you use software and bulk operations, you take it to the next level. So for example, here's one example. If you use Campaign Manager to launch campaigns, you have to create each individual campaign, right? You have to go in, create each one, and it takes forever. Well, if you had a bulk file, you can create like 20 campaigns, 30 campaigns, 100 campaigns in like a fraction of the time. So that really allows you to scale up your sales because, and so how, I'm looking at these 4 transformations of how to increase it from 10K to 150K. Well, how does this increase your sales? Well, it allows you to scale up your efforts and start taking what you do and, doing 10x more in the same amount of time. So you can start bidding on more keywords. You can make bid adjustments at scale so that you can cut poor performing keywords and start bidding on new keywords that you're currently not bidding on. So the scalable way is with a mix of bulk operations and software. They both work together to create the most powerful and efficient way to optimize PPC and AMS. So on the left-hand side, we have AMS bid management software, and on the right-hand side, we have our PPC bid management software. And what this allows us to do is just, use code to do bid management rather than clicking on each campaign, clicking on each ad group, analyzing all of our keywords and making changes. Imagine if you had like 300 keywords and you had to make changes for each of those. You know what I mean? Even 50, right? And you're doing it manually. You're just clicking. I mean, that would take forever. With our software, like on the right-hand side, you can see we have the product SKU. We have and you just put in your target ACOS and you run it, and it automatically makes bid adjustments for you rather than you doing it. It saves you so much time. And it really allows you to scale. Also, bulk operations, like I talked about before, you can add negative keywords. You can add new keywords at scale. You can just do it it's just way more faster, and it just allows you to really scale up the amount of keywords that you can test. And when you scale up the amount of keywords you can test, you start generating sales for those keywords. And that's where you start to get that $10,000 to $150,000 a month when you scale up your efforts. Number 2, you must delete the one auto and one manual campaign strategy from your mind. So, number 1 mistake we see sellers making is thinking that they only need to launch one auto and one manual. And in some cases, they'll launch a third campaign that's called top keywords. And this methodology extremely limits your PPC and AMS sales. And why is that? Well, let's go through one use case. So for example, let's say you launch only one manual campaign, right? You've got one manual campaign. Within that manual campaign, you've got exact, phrase, and broad. Well, and let's say you have a $10 daily budget or something like that. And you have a keyword that generates a lot of impressions and clicks and sales, like a lot of sales. It does really well, but it eats up. It's an exact match keyword and it eats up the majority of the budget. So what happens is that $10 is spent by that one keyword, and then all the other keywords like the phrase match and broad match, they don't get any impressions, they don't get any clicks, and they're just not getting any traffic, so they're not getting any more sales for you. And we like to use phrase and broad match to generate new search terms for us. And so what we like to do is break out each campaign is a match type. So exact match type campaign, phrase match type campaign, and broad match type campaign. That way, if the exact match runs out, we have a campaign with phrase and broad separately so that they can get their own traffic, they can start generating their own impressions, clicks, and sales, and we can start getting new search terms and start bidding on new search terms based on the keyword research we're doing, and we can get sales for search terms that we're not currently bidding on using phrase and broad, and that helps with generating more sales for us. And so, we use a multi-campaign approach. We like to test, and we also segment keywords based on their performance to test them in different campaigns to give them their own budgets. And this really allows us to scale up sales. Number 3, leveraging the power of HSAs, which are headline search ads, which have now been rebranded to SB, sponsored brands. So I'll use these, these are interchangeable, and PDAs, which is product display ads. So the number one biggest low-hanging fruit ever seen for 7 and 8 figure sellers is to grow their business is simply using AMS properly. So creating a strategy to scale up, headline search ad testing, like writing headlines specifically for the keywords that you're going to bid on, and then finding ASINs to test in product display ads. One company that Taylor saw that was doing over 10 million a month said to him, it just doesn't work. Sponsored products is better. And he ended up working with that company and ended up scaling up their AMS sales and working with them still. And an analysis that was done on 12 7 to 8 figure accounts doing over 300K a month and some doing over 3 million a month shows exactly how AMS performs compared to sponsored products. So let's go into that data. So you have to use headline search ads and product displays, and you have to continually find new keywords, test headlines, especially with headline testing. You've got to have several headlines that you're testing to see what works and what doesn't. And then, So here's an analysis we did. So the average sales percentage we achieve in AMS is 35.22% of PPC. So AMS represents about 35% of PPC sales. So how can this help you? How can this help you scale your sales? Well, let's say that AMS only represents 5% of PPC sales. Well, then you know that you need to scale up your headline search ads and product display ads. You have to start testing more. And then if, for example, your AMS, your headline search ads and product display ads, your AMS represents 90% of total PPC sales, then you need to scale up your PPC more. And so it helps you find out where you need to grow. This data really helps you find out where you need to grow and scale up, and tells you where there's a deficiency in your advertising. Here's another analysis we did. So we're seeing that out of total AMS sales, that headline search ads, sponsored brands, represents 80% of total AMS sales, and product display ads is about 20% of total AMS sales. I actually did this analysis on an 8-figure account, and it was pretty spot on. The product display ads represented 23% of total AMS sales. So what does this tell us? That let's say your product display ad sales represent 90% of your total AMS sales. Well, that's an indicator that you should probably do more testing with headline search ads, and that there's way more opportunity there to scale up. And another thing we noticed, and actually we've seen this on several accounts, and we've talked to other consultants about it. They've confirmed this. We're seeing that AMS headline search ads perform better than Seller Central headline search ads. Now, this is a little insight for you, just to be more cost efficient. So we're seeing that AMS performs better than Seller Central from what we've seen and what some of the consultants that we've consulted with have seen. So the fourth transformation is systems thinking. Now, I like this term. This is kind of how billionaires think, and it's thinking of your Amazon PPC and AMS like a well-oiled machine and treating it as such. And let's go into how that looks. So systems thinking. For example, A lot of what people do is, 1 day a week, 2 days a week, maybe 3 days a week, they'll go into their campaign manager, they'll, analyze their campaign, sort by spend or ACoS or something like that. Then they'll look at the high ACoS campaigns, go in, look at the ad groups and keywords and make adjustment to the bids to the keywords that aren't doing well. But they don't record those changes, and they do it, randomly, and they're not tracking the changes. And so it's really hard to see the cause and effect of everything. And that's how a machine works. That's how a system works. A system has cause and effect. If something happens, then this is the output. So what we use, here I'm going to show you. Here's just an example. We use calendar events. This is just a blank calendar. It's just for an example. You see how it says cut bleeders? We use calendar events so that on Monday and Thursday, we know that we need to go in at a certain time to cut the bleeding keywords. And it happens every Monday, every Thursday. And it's the same process. And it allows us to see the cause and effect. And it also allows us to think of it treat it like a system. A system works on certain days and certain times, like a machine. Also, preset filters based on a strong history of behavior. What I mean by that is, we've been running I've been running my PPC agency for 3 years. Taylor, who built the AMS portion, has been running his AMS for 3 years. And we have these really strong filters that we use to find high converting keywords to test. And so we have a system of preset filters that we use. If it's less than or equal to this ACoS and has, greater than or equal to this amount of conversions, we want to test that keyword aggressively. And if it has a super high ACoS and has some conversions, we want to test it more conservatively. So, based on our 3 years experience, we've built these preset filters, and they've proven they've proven themselves over time, and they're tried and true preset filters. And you want to do that with yours as well. You want to have preset filters for categories of keywords on what you need to do for those. Continued testing. You have to keep testing new keywords. You just have to do it. And we're seeing, and that's the reason that the businesses in our course are getting results, is because we teach them how to strategically continue testing new keywords and get sales for those. And then accurate measurement. So accurate measurement, one of the really big ways that we do it is we have a certain naming system for our campaigns and ad groups. You have to have a naming system, because if you have a strategic naming system for your campaign and ad groups, it allows you to really scale up your efforts and analyze data quickly. So creating a naming system for your campaigns and ad groups is super important. We have a naming system that we teach people in our course that is just amazing, and allows them to analyze things very, very quickly. And again, I won't read through it again, but I just wanted to show you that we do get results for people, and that this is what we live for. I love getting results for the Amazon businesses that I work with and seeing tangible results. It's amazing. So if you want to increase your Amazon PPC and AMS sales by between $10,000 to $150,000 per month, I am offering a personal, custom-tailored, one-on-one Amazon PPC AMS strategy session with you and myself. So go right below now and click to apply. So basically, you'll click the button, apply now, to see if you qualify. You'll book a call with me. We'll book that call together. You'll fill out a quick survey so I can learn more about your business, your situation. And on that call, we'll go through questions and basically my goal, I'm kind of like a doctor, right? I'm asking questions on the call to diagnose any problems and figure out where the training program can increase a return on investment for your business, because we want to get you results, and that's the bottom line. So go below right now and click to apply so that we can get on a call and make some more money together. Thank you so much for listening. It means a lot that you spent your time and energy, and I hope we get to work together soon. Talk to you later. Bye.